welcome to another episode of Tina Renee's Dollhouse. I'm your host, Tina Renee, and we've got another actress in the house. You guys know how I get all excited about our actresses and actors, some of my favorite people, you know that. Help me welcome Miss Nafisa Ford. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, honey.
Now, with a name like Nafisa, it sounds like it has a meaning, and I'm sure it does.
Actually, there's a little bit of a story to it.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I come from type A personality parents, and my parents decided that they were going to study all of the religions of the world before having kids. And Nafisa means precious one in Arabic.
Okay.
So when I was a baby, they loved me. Once I became a teenager, a whole other thing.
Okay. Nafisa, so that means precious one. Okay. Now, you're an actress, and we know that you developed an interest for acting at a very young age due to watching black and white movies.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
My mom is very strong in just the political and she has very strong views.
Okay.
And so she made sure that we watched, strong black actresses in all of their movies, and also she wanted us all to have something extra, like dance. I took dance. My sisters, they did swimming, track, that kind of thing, and so we would all sit around the TV every Thursday night, and it's so fun because it was all girls, and we would sit around the TV, we would give each other manicures and pedicures, and watch black and white movies, and it was awesome. I remember thinking that Lena Horne was not just beautiful, but she could share something. Like she was giving everything about her, every movie, like not holding anything back. And I remember being very shy as a kid and always holding stuff back. And I was like, that's amazing to be able to give that and not feel any remorse for it, not feel any conditions, just be able to go, here I am, and love it. And I was like, that is what I'm going to do. And as I got older, I did watch some Muppet Show.
Muppet Show?
Yes. And Miss Piggy was the woman. And I remember thinking, all the cool people end up on the Muppet Show. I was going to end up on the Muppet Show. Stop it.
Okay. So now, watching as a child, I guess, and watching these strong black actresses, what did that do to you as a child? You wanted to be an actress? You wanted to be that, I guess, strong character? What exactly was it doing to you? Because you were young. When I was 10, I wasn't watching black and white. I was playing Barbies. You're sitting in front of black and white TV going, I want to be her. What was going through, I guess, your mind? Like, because I know you said you were shy, but I guess you're thinking, I want to be this powerful black woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, these women, and not just Lena Horne and Eartha Kitt, but Elizabeth Taylor, like all of them. They were able to be vulnerable, to be women, and still have power.
Yes.
And as a kid, you don't have a lot of power. If
No.
your parents tell you to go to bed, you're going to bed. And these women had power in their beauty, in their tears, in their strength, in their fighting for whatever it was that they were fighting for. And to me, those were some really pivotal moments. Like, wow. There was one, and unfortunately I cannot remember the name of the movie. I have a mixed family, and my sisters are all lighter than I am. And there's a movie about a black woman whose daughter was able to pass.
Imitation of Life.
There you go, girl.
That Imitation of Life.
Pardon me.
Amazing.
Yes. And I was, every second, every word, I said right there, that woman understands me, and that woman understands me, and I'm going to be strong enough to just give that, to say to other black children, other black women, other black people who are feeling like they don't have power, girl, get up and take yours.
I love it.
Loved that movie.
Let me ask you this. When did you start acting on your interest? You said, hey, I want to be an actress. I can do that. When did you just say, hey, Mom, I think I can do this? How did that kind of evolve from being shy to saying, I want to be on TV?
Well, actually it took a while to evolve because I did a lot of listening to my parents. Parents were like, you're going to do this, you're going to become that.
Yeah.
And then I did a little bit of the black sheep where I didn't do anything. Fight the power. That was me. And then I said to myself, when I started working a regular everyday job, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make me happy. I don't feel like, I mean, yeah, I'm sharing, I'm helping, blah, 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 but I don't feel like I'm sharing me. And so I decided I'm just gonna give it a try. I've always wanted to do it, I'm gonna give it a try. So I actually booked my first thing that was written as a man. Yeah, and it was a male character, and I did the audition, and I played the character stronger than any of the men that came in. And I booked it. They changed it to a woman because I played it that strong. And I was like, see, I'm making the women proud. Go ahead, Lena, I'm got you. Right? So I booked that in Boston, and it was awesome. It was awesome to be able to play. Like, to really be able to play and give myself entirely, even as another character, but to play. And I was like, this is awesome. The energy in the room, just the people, the being there and being in that moment, I was like, I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I ran with it. When I came out here, I've been here for 2.5, almost 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it was very new because it's very different because I'm from Boston.
Yes.
And the West Coast is very different. Boston is very much about community because it's so small in comparison. And out here, you can meet somebody and you'd be like, hey, let's hang out. And they're like, yeah, I live about 60 miles from you, so I'll check you later. And there's not a whole lot of community. And then I found people like Romaine Simon and the actors that are in Tragedy of a Mother and Son, which I booked.
And we've got to talk about that.
Yes, and I found community. And I was like, again, that's right. I'm finding community in the thing that I love to do. It makes sense.
Absolutely. So now you book a role in Tragedy of a Mother and Son. Tell us about the role, how you identified with it, if you identified with it. Give us a little bit of insight on that.
Well, Tragedy of a Mother and Son is, to me, about choices.
Okay.
It's truly about choices. And life is about choices, which is why I felt such an affinity for it. Because I'm actually the older Jennifer, and it's a story about the choices Jennifer has made.
The teenage daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I looked at the script, and it's like he wrote it specifically so you don't have to ask a single question. All you have to do is act.
He's great. He was on the show just a few weeks back. He's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, he is.
He's awesome, and I was like, choices. We're always making choices, always thinking about choices. Did I make the right choice? And that's what this is about to me.
Yes.
She was, she goes through betrayal, then what choice does she make with her life after the betrayal? She goes through feeling lost. What choice? So, I mean, it was great. And I was like, I can do this.
Okay.
And as the older Jennifer, she's affected by the choices the younger Jennifer has made.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look back on life, you can have either the opportunity to say, I made that choice and it's made me who I am, or I made that choice and I have to fight. And I felt like Jennifer had decided that's who she is.
Yes.
And I thought it was an awesome
I can't wait to see it. I know we had Nicole on, and she did it, didn't she?
She is great.
She's great. Okay, now so you've got that going on. Are there any other projects that you've got going on at the moment?
Yes, I just booked a webisode series called Rooms for Rent.
Yes. What is that about?
Oh, it's hysterical. I'm the only straight actor. I'm surrounded by comedians. This is going to be a new experience for me because I'm usually the straight guy to everybody in my family. Now I'm the straight guy to a whole bunch of comedians who are just a hot mess, and I love them to death. There's nothing but jokes so far, just in rehearsal. But it's about a family and their various friends, and the husband decides he's just had it, he's going to start a new business. And, the different dichotomies of everything that comes in, all the people who come in, the communities, they're renting their home. They're renting rooms out in their home. Okay. Now, you imagine you're a woman who's like, I work every day, yada, yada. I'm coming home to take care of who is this crazy person walking through my house? I mean, that's what it's going to be like. Okay. And they're hysterical. I've never sat in one room with so many people who are true to who they are in terms of their craft. Mm-hmm. And they're so professional, but just so hysterical. We laughed the whole time. And I was like, see, I know I'm going to love this. This is going to be awesome.
Now, are you currently being represented, or
I have a manager
okay?
and an agent, and again, this is one of those situations where everything sort of happened. I got to LA, and an agent found me.
How did? Okay.
I end up in
Just
those.
thank you, Jesus, and don't ask any questions.
God is good.
All the time. All the time.
And then I went to a birthday party, and my manager found me at a birthday party.
Right place, right time.
Yeah. So things just happen, and that's why I know this is the right thing to do.
Let me just ask you this. In terms of management company, and an agency, as an actress, which do you feel, I know they're both beneficial to an actor, actress, but which would you feel is more, I guess, in tune with the actor? If there was like that individual who's like, I don't know if I should go with maybe an agency, if they don't, really know an agency or a management company, which would you say is an actress?
Well, okay. I'd have to say this as a business person, because acting is a business.
Yes.
And so as a business person, if the person you're with doesn't flow with your business plan, then that's not the person to be with. Period. Because that's what it's about. You have you as a commodity. You know who you are, what you're going to bring to the table. If your agent or your manager can't stand by what you're bringing to the table, then they're not the one for them.
Right.
And just like they say actors are a dime a dozen, management and agents are the same. None of us are expendable. We have to have somebody who truly believes who we are, because just as people, as actors, these are our dreams,
yes,
our hopes. We're saying to a manager or an agent, take care of this egg for me. I don't want you to just, look at it and say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that, because it's important.
Yes.
It's a life.
I like the way you put that. I should have said never like that. Absolutely. Now, in terms of, and I always ask this to any guest that I have on the show because I like to know, success. Mm-hmm. What in your own, not something in the dictionary, just in your own terms, what would you define as success?
Wow. My actual answer to that is to enjoy the surprises.
Enjoy the surprises.
Yes, because that's life being the journey that it is.
Yes.
People are afraid of the surprises because you can't plan for the surprises.
That's right.
But the surprises are what makes life. So to me, success is to be able to enjoy those surprises openly and to be okay with them and keep moving.
In spite of, right?
In spite of and right along with.
Right along with. Okay. Now, in terms of future, where do you see yourself in the next few years here?
In the next few years here, I see myself learning more about the West Coast and how the business is here and enjoying everything that comes with acting. My brother does he's a gaffer, so I want to learn everything. It's what I do, it's who I am. I love learning.
So you're like a sponge.
Yes.
Just soak everything in.
So
right?
I want to learn everything about it. I want to learn production. I want to do production. I want to, inspire some young whomever to come up and be like, this is my story and this is how I want to tell it. And I want to be part of it, all of it, the creative, the editing, and seeing what it's like to take somebody's beginnings and help get that to a completed progress, a process. I want to see all of it and experience all of it. And I think that's what life is about, experiencing all of it.
I would say so, definitely. Now, before we let you go, we know that you have a clip from Tragedy, so we want to have you explain what we're going to be seeing and then go into it.
Okay.
Some skills. This
scene actually is about choices coming in on Jennifer.
Okay.
And that is what I'm going to give you.
Okay, that's all. Choices coming in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this clip.
What? No! 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 Is this some kind of sick joke?
I'm not joking.
showed me the photos, I remembered you in the alley and the story on the news, how they found him. I had given up hope. I couldn't do for him. Oh my God. I figured he was better off with you.
What kind of mother are you? Huh? Are you out of your mind? If you could do that to your own son. I mean, why did you have him in the first place if you knew you couldn't take care of him, huh?
I was young. It was a mistake.
You're no good. I don't ever want to see you again. And I don't want to see you around my son.
He's my son, too.
No, honey. You threw your son away.
I'm
You have
sorry.
no son.
I'm so sorry.
You deserve to die. You could have killed him. You're a criminal. No, you're worse than a criminal. You are trash. Get out of my house. Get.
Wow, she was really harsh.
Yeah, that was the choices that younger Jennifer made. Kind of bear fruit.
So it's safe to say that this movie really sends a very valuable message.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. And the actress with me, that was Willow, and Willow Hale, she's wonderful.
Yes.
So yeah, this movie, if you go in with more than just an open mind, you are going to learn so much, not only about the movie, but about yourself and the way you look at things.
Yes.
Because it really is about how things track in life.
Okay, well, we're all excited here at the Dollhouse. We can't wait to see. Simon promised me VIP tickets to the premiere night, so I will.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, we want to stay in tune with what you've got going on, what you will in the future have going on. Give us any of your social networking information, Twitters, Facebook, and I always recommend giving an email because there might be some big producer sitting behind the camera saying, I want that girl, so let's give them some information on how to get in contact with you.
Okay, well, goodness. Twitter, I am Nafisa Renee Ford. That's N as in Nancy, A-F-I-S-A, Renee with just the one E. Ford, found on Red Dead, Fixer Repair Daily, you know how that goes. Facebook, I'm Nafisa Ford, and Gmail, nford68@gmail.com. That's me.
And I gotta say, I'm a Renee too, middle name Renee.
Tina
Renee.
There's a reason why I loved you like that.
Okay. I know. It was a pleasure having you, Nafisa.
Thank you so much.
Stay gorgeous. For you at home, thank you so much. Always stay tuned in. We've had beautiful, gorgeous, amazing talent always coming through here. We don't ever want you to miss that. And we'll catch you next week. Thank you for tuning in.